I'ma give them what they want. She gon' give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want. We gon' give them what they want. I'ma give them what they want. She gon' give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want. We gon' give them what they want.
What the fuck is they talking about when they ain't talking about none?
All right, y'all. Welcome to the What They Want podcast. This is episode 1 featuring my good friend Matt Sanders. He owns Krown City, as you can see, all the hats right here.
I was waiting for you to say I am Krown City.
Or I am Krown City. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny when you meet people that you've never met before in public, and they address you by your Instagram name.
Well, that's what I messaged you at one time. I was like, "Can I address you as Matt or I am Krown City?"
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, if you guys are not tuned to what Krown City is, we're about to jump into that. Yeah. So let's just start it off. First of all, like, how long have you been making Krown City?
Oof, man, I know people do like 10-year anniversaries and 5-year anniversaries and all these things. Like, I honestly don't even remember. I think I want to say I came up with like the idea in 2010 or 11 or something. I think I started making stuff in 2012. When I actually put like the first item out that I sold, I'm not really sure what year it was, honestly. Like, it's all freaking blurred at this point.
It's all blurred.
Because honestly, like when I first like came up with the idea, it was like, I want to say I was drawing pictures of like varsity jackets and different stuff. When I came up with the logo and everything, it was like maybe like a full year, and I didn't even tell anybody. I was just doing it by myself and just kind of like going through the whole motions of and then once I decided to actually do it. I remember putting it on social media, and then like that was kind of like the point where it's like, okay, now I have to do it because I've told people I'm doing it.
True.
Which is kind of like what you're doing here. It's like it's like once you put it out on Instagram and stuff, it's kind of like people are either going to see you do it and continue to do it, or they're going to see you give up. And I didn't want people to like be able to be like, oh, I quit,
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean that's crazy. So I mean, yeah, I think I came across Krown City as a brand, 2014 is when you were doing the stuff with JL, I think, if I can remember right.
Yeah, because you said that you remember the first photo shoot, and that was like, so I had already been around for a while then, but I hadn't really put anything out. That's the thing.
Right.
Because like I had been posting on social media, and I had like my Instagram and everything, but all I was doing was making promotional varsity jackets and like getting them on certain people. That I did all that, like I started working with Body Jack and the Money Team and all those stuff, and like everything I did before I even put anything out. Because my thing was I was afraid to put anything out because like the thing is like if the average person just wants to start a clothing line or do whatever and they try to put something out and nobody knows who they are, they're not going to give a shit, It's the same thing with hip hop or anything. Like if you just decide to become a rapper tomorrow and nobody knows who you are, nobody's gonna give a shit.
No.
But if you can find a way for people to find out about you and build up a small following and then start dropping stuff, then you'll have a better chance of success.
Yeah.
So.
How did you build all that though? I mean, like you did it organically, like pretty much from the jump, and then you just started just.
It was tough because I wasn't even on social media when I did it. Like I didn't have. Instagram, I didn't have Twitter, I didn't have anything. All I had was like a Facebook that I barely even used. And I even lived with like 5 dudes at one point in my early 20s, and like literally like me and one of my friends, we were like anti-Facebook. So like I literally was like even late to Facebook. So I really wasn't into social media, but I knew that it was like I knew that I had to be on it in order to grow my shit. And then, like, I did, like, a Tumblr. I tried to do everything. There's still a Krown City Tumblr out there, but it hasn't been posted on forever.
True.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just, like I was saying before we started, it's just such a long story, and there's so many ins and outs. Like, I'm even jumping over, like, so much as far as, like, how I got the brand off, how I created the logo and the brand and all that kind of stuff. So, do you want me to go back to that, or do you want me to talk about how I built it? Because I'm skipping a lot if I just talk about it.
I mean, just just say how you pretty much built it from the jump. I mean, organic, obviously, like the reach was there, but I mean, you ended up running into tech at one time, and then
Well,
that
so
too.
yeah, okay. So I guess we can skip like the how I came up with the logo and all that kind of stuff. I mean that was like obviously a process in itself. Like I said, that took like years of me just trying to like figure all that out. Actually, the first logo of Krown City wasn't even this logo. It was like a crappy crown with like Krown City underneath it, like some generic crown I found, and I changed it because I wanted it to be more unique. It does kind of resemble the Royals logo a little bit for sure because it has like the crown and like the lettering underneath it. That's not really what I was going for, but it kind of does look like that. And then the reason why I came up with the KC lettering is because I wanted to, on my hats, have it look like a new era, like baseball hat. So that's why I chose that lettering. And then this lettering down here, I was thinking to myself, what sells? And at the time, which I mean, it still sells, but what sold was the 5950 or the new era of the baseball hats and the Mitchell and S. So I kind of took Mitchell and S's kind of styling on the back of my hat. So I just took multiple styles of different things that were selling and tried to make it my own. Not copying off, but just finding inspiration from brands and seeing what people kind of gravitated to as far as the look of the hat. Because like when you're wearing these hats, you might not know what the logo is, but it's a familiar look, like
for sure, yeah.
Which is kind of what I was going for.
Someone could think that it's a special Royals hat or special Chiefs hat or something. And you see what it is. It's like okay.
I've had people message me before and be like, "Oh, I saw so and so wearing your hat," and then I'm like, I look it up and it's like a KC Monarchs hat or something. I'm like, nah. I'm like somebody recently told me they saw a WNBA player wearing it, and I'm like, are you sure? And I'm like. They're like, yeah, no, 100%. I'm like, I don't know. I told them the Monarch story, and they're like, no, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Maybe somebody could have given somebody something. That's happened. Like Heather Faye gave Shaquille. What's the NBA player from here's name? Shaquille something.
O'Neal.
No, not Shaquille O'Neal.
It's not Shaq. It's not Shaq.
It's like Shaq Leonard or no.
Kawhi?
No. I don't know. But anyway,
Kansas City?
Yeah, he's from here or like Raytown or Blue Spirit. Or he's from somewhere.
Oh, you're talking about Ishright?
Huh?
Isaiah Ishright?
No. Isaiah, that's the safety that played for the Cardinals. That's a football player.
Gotta look it up now.
I'm talking about.
I'm not gonna get past
There's a local NBA player, and there's pictures of him on the Krown City Instagram because she told me about it because she gave him one of my hats. Oh. So he was wearing it, and I didn't know about it.
Let's see, Maurice King, Brandon Rush, Anthony Peeler, Willie Reed.
Brandon Rush.
I played against Brandon Rush in 7th grade.
Landry,
yeah.
Shamet.
He was
Shaquille Harrison.
Yeah, there it is.
Who?
Shaquille Harrison.
Oh, okay.
What teams?
He played. Come on, open up. Hold up. I don't want that. I want the.
I can't remember. I want to say.
Let's see.
76 or I can't remember.
Oh,
he played for the G League and the Suns.
Oh.
Then on the
G League,
then on the actual Suns.
Okay, Suns.
Played for the Bulls, the Jazz, the Nuggets.
Yeah, a bunch of people.
And another G League.
So he's a journeyman in the NBA, but that's still good though.
Yeah, but he's a local guy, right? Like, did it say where he went to high school?
Lee Summit West.
Yeah, okay. I knew it wasn't like OP. I knew it was like, but it was like something somewhere in the KC Metro.
Well, talking about NBA players and stuff like that, who you could try to get a hold of, who loves hats, is his name is Ish Wainwright. He plays for the Suns right now.
What kind of Ish is that?
I think his name is
what's
Ish
his ethnicity?
He's African American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Ish.
I think he went to Raytown, but he's obsessed with hats.
Oh yeah.
Like he has like every Diamondbacks hat, but he's from here.
Yeah.
And I mean he's definitely reachable for sure.
Shane Ray has some of my hats. He was wearing some of my hats. Somebody gave him a hat. Actually, I don't know. It might have been me. I was kind of drunk, but I woke up after that black on black party, and that was the night that Gilly was there, Shane Ray was there, Tech was there, and everybody. And we had a free. So we were getting paid for the door. So literally the next day I woke up with like thousands of dollars in my pocket. Like I'm like usually when you get drunk and you wake up the next day you're like broke. Instead I woke up with a bunch of money. I'm like, oh shit. So like we had our own VIP area and like free bottles and shit. So I got way too saucy and Like I don't even like there was like pictures of like Shane Ray and Gilly and all them the next day, and I first of all I didn't even know who Gilly was or Shane Ray was at the time, but people were like, no, dude, it was a big deal. There was like NFL player, fucking Gilly, like I'm like
Gilly fucks with he fucks with Kansas City tough.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but like on Instagram, he hasn't done it lately, but in the past, he was like wearing my hats a lot when he was giving his little rants on Instagram. It's pretty funny because people would tag me in on it. I was telling him that when we talked last time, because it's like you would think people would think that videos like that would like make my shit pop off, but God, it just doesn't work that way.
It doesn't, man. I
he would if he gave me an actual shout out and tagged me and said something.
For sure,
that's one thing. But he just wore it in a video.
I was watching. I can't remember whose interview it was, and I saw a hat on there. I was, man, I gotta get that hat, and I can't find that hat anywhere. No one tagged the creator of it. No one. They didn't shout him out. Nothing. And then I started seeing people. It's an Atlanta hat or some shit, and I just seen a whole bunch of people wearing it. Still can't find that hat anywhere. Because no one tags the person who makes it.
For real, yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's weird because like, I don't have the time or like the care to like actually like go through his posts and like when he was wearing the hats and see if like anybody was like, oh, what's that hat? Yeah. Which I doubt happened, but I mean, who knows? It could have. It's just good for that kind of stuff is more good for just getting like showing like no offense to but just like normal people that aren't like celebrities or like big influencers. Sure, it's good for showing like the mass people that are going to be like your regular customer base that like, hey, it's like social proof, you know. It's like, oh, hey, this person wears it, this person wears it, so like that might lead to some sales, but or some customers or people respecting your brand a little bit, but it doesn't necessarily lead to a lot of sales. There's certain, I mean, for sure, like the Tech Nine stuff, like Strange Music following. Still, a lot of my Krown City like customers, even to this day, were from that time period, and because they had such a loyal following. Like I said to you the last time we talked, is the barber in LA. I remember when he was posting stuff, he was getting like millions of views on his Instagram, and I would get like these like random Latin names from like the West Coast, and I'd be like, and it'd be like after a video, and I'm like, okay, like I could tell that there was like a correlation to like people, you know,
right?
So it really just depends on how big the following is, and yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Strange Music following it's a big cult following, so like no matter what you do at that point, they're gonna run with it. Yeah. You know, especially if they see Tech Nine with it.
They're almost as bad as the Juggalos.
Yeah.
I mean, you see anything Strange Music, I mean, they're gonna run to it.
I would almost say if you see some of the type of people that are Strange Music fans, a lot of them probably are Juggalos. It's kind of a very similar type of person.
It is. It's a big ass cult, and you can't say anything bad about neither one. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, but it is for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so like, you know, I started social media because I knew I had to. I started deep diving in on it. I was trying to post as much as I could. I was going on. I came across Badu Jack on Twitter, which I don't, to this day I don't even know how. I don't even remember how I found him. I just remember coming across his page and there was pictures of like of him with like Tyrese and Mike Tyson and Mayweather and like all these people, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, he didn't have like so many followers. He wasn't that big yet, but he had been in the Olympics, and I'm like, okay, like this might be somebody that I can actually reach out to that would respond. Like he's not too big to like, you know. It was hit or miss. Like he could have just ignored me. But
give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want. We gon' give them what they want. I'ma give them what they want. She gon' give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want. We gon' give them what they want.
What the fuck is they talking about when they ain't talking about none?